Hiya, my name's Jonathan Riley and I'm a compulsive gambler. My last bet was 25th of March 2017. As of right now, on December the 17th, I'm 632 days clean from gambling. Hi, as you saw earlier, I put it out there as such that I wanted to start doing something like this to help how I've been feeling, really, because I've just this last 18 months to 20 months, 18 months to 2 years, I've gone through a hell of a lot of changes, a lot of things I've had to overcome and change and sort out. And one of those things has obviously been facing up to the problem I had for 18 months, which was gambling. So first, I'll tell you why I want to do this. I've just briefly mentioned it, and I mentioned it earlier on Facebook and Twitter, but I'll try and go into a bit more detail now. Depression's like a word that is heard a lot more nowadays. People seem to be talking about it a lot more, which is a good thing, and it's something that I've been through and I'm currently going through. I've spoke to my GP about it. I spoke to friends, family, and they agree that I needed to do something about it. So I've started on medication to sort me out as such, and they really do work. But it's not just them alone. There's other stuff you've got to change, and it's to change your lifestyle. But it's not easy to change your lifestyle when you're just not up to it. I can't think of a better word or a better way of putting it. But if you're not ready mentally, you can't do it. And I haven't been. I've started taking the tablets, and I've started trying to be more open with people. I am the sort of guy that keeps a lot of things in, and you'll see over these videos that this keeping in, this bottling up, this not talking, this not sharing, this closing off from the world it's not good for you. Not good for you at all. So I've just started digging a little deeper into addiction and recovery recently, and I've been downloading podcasts, listening to gambling recovery, gambling addiction podcasts. Russell Brand, obviously a well-known chap, well known for his addictions, and if you've read his book called Recovery, I'm reading it now actually. It's brilliant. He's a brilliant guy, but I won't go on too much about him because some people don't like him. But and obviously there's people like Tyson Fury out there at the minute who's very outspoken about his mental health and addictions and etc. It's all really inspiring to me. And something happened this last week or so where I've just sort of like thought, right, I'm going to do something about this, because like I say, if you're not ready, you can't do it. But I'm making myself ready as such. So that's what I'm doing this for. The podcasts I've been listening to are very open about gambling and their stories and their recovery and their support and their guidance and that sort of thing. So I want to do that myself. Now, as you might tell from this video, I'm mumbling, probably repeating myself a lot. I'm not going to edit it. I'm just doing it, and then I'm just going to put it out there, and then hopefully I'll get better at it. So yeah, they're sharing their stories. So I'm sharing mine, and this is the first one. So that's why I'm doing it. There's probably other reasons that I probably not explained very well. So I'll go back to the start, not in great detail just yet, because I could go on for I don't know how long. I did a video the other night, actually, a really impromptu one. Thursday night, I sat and recorded a video, pretty much like I'm doing now, and explained how my gambling started. So I'm going to do the same again, and hopefully, well, this time I'll share it, because I deleted it because it's worse than this one. This one isn't very good either. But I'm going to do another one. So here we are. So yeah, I won't go into too much detail, but I'll just give you a brief rundown of where my gambling started, and then over more videos and stuff, I'll probably delve into the story deeper and explain situations better, clearer, and more thought out. So yeah, gambling's massive. It's everywhere. It's been around me for as long as I can be aware of what gambling is, and I used to gamble willy-nilly. It's a crap word, but you'd go down the pub on a Saturday afternoon with your mates and nip in the bookies and put a few quid on an accumulator, 6-7 teams, and sit in the pub and watch the results come in. And then you win or you don't, simple as that. And back then, if you lost, you tear your slip up and throw it away. And that's when gambling, was fun and not as addictive as it gets and can get. And as you'll see, how awful it does get. So I just got out of the shower, my hair's a bit fluffy. I've got my Forest shirt on because Forest playing Derby tonight, aren't they? Oh look, 8 Sport, betting, gambling. Anyway, yeah. Yeah, so gambling's always been around me, and it's something I used to do. I'd have a few quid in a fruit machine. Say, a few quid, it sometimes went up 10, 20, 30, 40. You'd put 100 quid, I'd put 100 quid in a fruit machine without even thinking about it, and you might win the jackpot. Or you put a couple of quid in and win the jackpot. It's just the way it was. And before it got really messy and really deep, it obviously wasn't an issue, or was an issue, but I didn't realise how much of an issue it was. So, yeah. So it's always been around me, and I've always done it, but never to the extent that I'm going to explain. Basically, I've been gambling, and then been gambling before, doing accumulators, and you go out with your mates and stuff down to the Dogs, and I'd bet on that quite openly. Everyone would see me do it. I'm not hiding anything, Fruit machines, bingo, bonus ball at work, £1 a week to whoever runs it. The bonus ball works with the lottery numbers, stuff like that. So all that sort of form of gambling. Sweepstake from the Grand Nationals on at work, £1 here, £2 here, that sort of thing. I did it all, And then over the years, gambling has developed online, onto your phone. You can gamble on your phone, and it's just so easy. And then I started to pick that up. I remember creating my first ever online account, which was a Ladbrokes one, and you bang your fiver in, you have a bet, you lose, whatever, you bang another fiver in, and that was it. So I used to do that, and yeah, I was down, and sometimes I was up, and I remember I was actually looking back the other day and old screenshots and old bets that I'd shared on Facebook and stuff, and I used to openly share winning bets and openly admit I was gambling, but as you'll see, once you're deep in it, you don't share anything. You don't tell anybody. It is a secret that lives with you and eats you up, and etc. So as it went on online, and I was well aware of like if you ever use like a credit card, for example, to deposit with. I never had a credit card, but then came a time where I did have a credit card, but it was a credit card for me and my wife to use. It was under my name, it was for us, as such, yeah. For everyday stuff that you know, just what people use credit cards for, holidays or end of the month when money's a bit tight, you put your shopping on it, you know, or you buy a new TV, you know what I mean. So she, it's a credit card in my name that she was aware of, we both aware of, and whatever. And then I started using that one day, like a fucking dick. Just I used it, and then I kept on using it and kept on using it, and then one day the statement came through the door. She saw it and went ballistic, and I had to come clean and say, yeah, I've been using it. And she said, well, you better pack it in before it gets out of hand. And while I knew it was already getting out of hand, I realised, yeah, pack the fucker up. So I did. This was in the March of 2015. So in the next months or so passed, and I wasn't using my credit card. I think I was obviously still gambling, but not on this credit card, because I knew as soon as if she saw a pound on there that was gambling, that was it. But I didn't do it. It was like I got caught before it got out of hand, and I never gave any more thought to it. And then in the October of that year, by then we'd cleared the credit card off because we bought a house and we used equity in the house to pay off a lot of debts. And this credit card was one of them. This credit card was back to zero. We'd already cut the card up, so we weren't using it, and partly because of the trust issues that may have arisen. Yeah. So yeah, that credit card was gone. I didn't have a credit card anymore. I didn't have a overdraft. I didn't have a loan. I was pretty good financially. We just bought a house, our second house, and things were good financially, and that was that. And I just remember, I'm going to tell you now about my first ever bet. My first ever bet that soon, over the next 18 months, led to my last ever bet on 25th of March last year, 2017. She was on holiday. She was at the airport. She was going with a mum and a sister. It was a half-term week. I just remember it well. I can't remember the exact date, but I remember it was a half-term week. I remember being at home alone in this new house. I remember getting a text off her on WhatsApp, a little photo of some sunglasses. Look what I've treated myself to, on her credit card that she had. She still has a credit card. And something just hit me, and I kind of thought, oh, that's not fair. I can't do that. I can't go and treat myself like that. Well, I could use my own account, or but I just didn't have that sort of money to just go chucking about, spare money as such. I just thought, I can't do that. Obviously, I didn't say that. I didn't come out with that. I didn't let her know that. And I remember I just sat at home. I put the racing channel on, and I think I can't remember. I must have been betting anyway. I must have been gambling with money, my own money, within my means as such, betting responsibly, etc. And I went to deposit some money, and then when you select on the Bookies website which card you want to deposit from, I remember the number for the credit card was there. And I thought, wait up here, that credit card number's on here. I ain't got the credit card anymore. I don't know the number, but everything was saved in my phone, like the long number, the 3 digits, and expiry date and all that sort of thing. So I remember banging 50 quid in, and I can't remember if it was one £50 bet or 10 £5 bets or 2 25, whatever. 50 quid's worth of bets that I had that night. I remember I won about 100 quid, and I thought, I've doubled my money here. I thought, I'm on something. And you'll see as these videos go on, and the more I talk about the gambling and what happened and how your brain goes and everything that consumes you with it, you don't think right. And at the time, I just thought, I know what I can do here. I've got a free 50 quid here. What I'll do, I'll pay the 50 quid off the credit card, and then I've got the 50 quid that's mine, and I can do what I want with it. obviously, it doesn't work like that. As time went on, that 50 quid was gone, and it was soon 100 quid, creeping up and up and up and up and up and up and up. And that £6,000 limit credit card, Tesco, soon became maxed out. And during that time, it was all under my name. So any mail was coming to me, so I could keep things hidden. As you know, with credit cards, if you're brilliant, you know, if you're spending all their money on that credit card, they'll increase your limit. And that £6,000 was soon £9,000, and then as time went on, gambling got worse. That £6,000 was maxed out to £9,000. Obviously, then you've got to keep feeding your habit. So I was applying for more credit cards online. I remember getting one for £3,000 NBNA, using that, or in, you know, using money every which way I can to pay off my credit card fees every month and whatever. And then so now I'm at £12,000 now. And then that was maxed out. So I'm stuck now. And then I remember I thought I'll get a loan. And now what I'll do is, if I can get a loan for £12,000, I'll just pay it off and I'll stop gambling. It doesn't work like that. That's what your brain says to you, but it doesn't work like that. Unless you get that one big win. If I win £12,000, brilliant, I'm sorted. But I got the loan. I got a £10,000 loan from Hitachi. And I remember looking at that bank account thinking, I've got £10,000 there now. What you should do really is pay off your 2 credit cards, come clean, and you're just going to have the £2,000 left over to worry about. You're going to get around the fucks. But what happens? That £10,000 is soon gone, and then I'm in overdrafts, I'm not paying phone bills, there's all sorts. And in the end, I end up using money out of the joint account, which obviously she found out about, confronted me on the evening of 25th of March last year, and I had to come clean and tell her all about it. Tell her all about my £22,000 18 months from hell. And that was the start of it. The end of the gambling and the start of my recovery. And like I say, here I am now, 632 days clean from gambling. The debt's being sorted. I'm paying it back, which I'll go into in other videos. And I'm dealing with life after gambling. And that's it really for this one. Like I say, it's brief, probably a bit all over the shop, but I just wanted to do it. And I just hope that someone can watch this and relate to it and gain something from it. Just talk to me, talk to anyone, share your story, share your experiences, and we can all, you know, learn from mistakes and help each other. And see, I'm rambling again, but I know what I'm trying to say. So yeah, that's my first video. I'm going to do more. I'm going to put more planning into it. I'm going to write stuff down. I won't be sat in my forest shirt and pyjamas all the time, and I won't look such a tramp. So yeah, thanks, and see you soon.